to go and meet their untimely deaths, knowing very well that even that they have nothing to live for currently as things are. I'm still fighting. I'm still within the fight. I'm still fighting for good governance. I'm still fighting for accountability. I'm still on the war on graft and for the betterment of our nation, and more aggressively now for strengthening of devolution and the fulfillment and the full realization of this national project that we call Kenya. If there's someone who's still stuck on that trope, it's flogging a dead horse, because I've made this rather decisively. I've said that going to the Orange Democratic Movement is the best decision I have made in my life. I have met comrades there who've been in the struggle, who've lost their lives, who gave us this constitution that everybody's bickering about, who gave us devolution, which allows us to have an inclusive nation, who have consistently put their needs behind for the betterment of the nation. Raila Odinga has postponed all this. He would have let the nation burn. He had a chance to become president last year, but he did not. He wanted everything. He valued the Kenyan project more than he valued his own life, more than he valued his own ambition, such that local dailies have smeared his name to the very end. I've seen a daily that consistently painted itself as a revolutionary daily, always exposing things. And when the owner of the dog went to State House, suddenly they've switched the tune. I have not seen them criticize their owner the same way they criticized my party leader with all those falsehoods. And even at some point, we got enjoined. I need to remind you that I've undergone a microcosm of the harassment that the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga went through. And so learning from him, I think, I have no regrets. If this, people on the one hand say that they're in a leaderless movement. On the other hand, they're saying that they're fighting for democracy. But once one individual exercises their democratic rights, goes where they believe there's ideology. If you want to tell me a revolution can be punctured by one person,
hold it right.
If I was not the leader of this revolution, then why are people still asking these questions? Why haven't people emerged? Why haven't new faces emerged to go and fight for those things?
All right.
Why haven't people gone up and shown up with those things, such that they're just stuck on this one individual who has gone, and I've gone to do tremendous thing in the Orange Democratic Movement.
And we're going to get to understand what these things that you're calling tremendous are.
Yes.
You say that you are not, you do not regret joining the force, even at this very point when it appears to be wobbly. And even before you respond to that, I'm curious to understand, where were you when you got the news of the demise of Baba? When was the last time you spoke to him? And when you say that you walked with him up to the very last moments, perhaps if you could confirm to us what really he would have wished for. Because many, even during that day when he was buried, many came out to say that this is what Baba wanted. Some said that perhaps he would not have wished for ODM to literally be engraved in this process of the broad-based, maybe up to the last beat, in terms of the political beat to it. Because you remember that time when he declared that ODM is going to plan itself for the 2027 general election, as if to confirm what the Secretary General has been saying for quite some time. Now, latest, of course, utterances from the leaders of ODM is that, oh, Baba wanted us to be in broad-based. Would you confirm that? If at all you spoke to Baba, did he tell you broad-based is the place to be at?
Most certainly. Most certainly. And if you can remember, part of the last public appearance where His Excellency Right Honorable, the Chief of the Golden Hearts, Raila Amolo Odinga, addresses a crowd, he tells those people categorically, and he says that now we shall stay in this arrangement and we shall have the citizens judge us in 2027. So we have to contextualize when Baba is speaking to the nation and when Baba is speaking to the Orange Democratic Movement's leaders.
Okay.
So when, I think this is just, it's basic dialectics and reasoning, quite literally. If Baba is speaking to his people and giving them direction, because I was there when Baba was doing the consultations. I had not gone to the United States at the time, but Baba had come back. I think he was in Dubai, but I remember I came and I walked with him, and we went to several counties. We did the whole Nyanza tour together. We went to Kisii together. We went to Homa Bay together. We went to Kisumu together. I was there with His Excellency, and we were here in Nairobi together. even, we had actually just come from Addis Ababa. I've just remembered we were just coming from the AUC elections.
Okay.
And he went and he asked Baba aendelee ama asiendelee, and he consulted all his people, and they said aendelee. That is when, after that, after a popular agreement from the people who voted, who consistently voted and worked with him, they told him to join the broad-based arrangement. Then Baba joined the broad-based arrangement with the Orange Democratic Movement. He did not join as an individual. That is why sometimes I get very cross. And there's one particular incident where I have to disagree vehemently with the Secretary General of the Orange Democratic Movement. There's a statement that got me very angry in one of my last conversations with His Excellency, just before I went to Brussels. There's this new animal that there's factions that were trying to form themselves in the Orange Democratic Movement, where people, and I've said this without fear of contradiction, but if you think you're a legislator enough, if you think you're man enough, and the Orange Democratic Movement, it seems to be too retrogressive for you, by Jove, resign from the mandate that you are given. But it's not that the Orange Democratic Movement does not welcome criticism from within, but you cannot be sly in the sense that on the one hand you want to speak for the party and for His Excellency, and the other hand speak things that are contrary.
Who are these people?
I'll speak right now. This disagreement that I'm speaking about was about the Secretary General.
Yes.
And there's a time that I remember they were outside the Serena.
Right.
And he reads out a statement. People had expected that His Excellency, the Prime Minister, would speak first, and then the Secretary General. But he had just done an interview with Yvonne Okwara. Then the next couple of days, he came and read a statement. And I think he read a faulty statement. And because my Secretary General is a sharp man, I fault him because he read a misleading statement to the country. Because he went ahead and read a statement that said, "We therefore agree with Raila Odinga's position in supporting the broad-based government." He is not the spokesperson, has never been the spokesperson of the Chief of the Golden Heart, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. He is the spokesperson of the Orange Democratic Movement.
But Baba
he
has
spoke and said that he agrees with Raila Odinga's position. That was a typo because it insinuates that only Raila Odinga, His Excellency, was in the broad-based arrangement. Mzee left us here in the broad-based arrangement with very clear directives that these are the 10 points that need to be achieved.
Don't you think it was necessary for Mzee to have come out to say that what Sifuna says is not my position?
But
which he never, in most cases,
but
he never disputed what Sifuna said.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. This comes after Mzee had spoken.
This comes after
Mzee had said, when Sifuna speaks for the party.
Right.
And I'm basing my words off of what Mzee had said, that Sifuna speaks for the party. Why then would he throw our party leader under the bus? It's a very slight thing, but I think it's a dog whistle. That's why I keep on saying that Mzee, he died in an unfortunate circumstance where now everybody wants to pretend that they were working with him. Our legislators let His Excellency suffer shame. They were not speaking about him. I was the one running around like a headless chicken, running around with no mandate. But I'm very grateful that I got that mentorship. That's why I keep on saying, all these people who are pretending, they used their proxies. It is their bloggers who killed Mzee, in quotes. And I say this, they killed him before it was his time. They spread misinformation. And then now they're pretending they loved Baba. But they could not hold their dogs.
So what is it like in